the vegetable. Alright, so we are starting off our video today at BJ's. I got my coupon book here, and of course I always go for proteins first, so I'm gonna get this 93.7. I'm gonna get 2 packs of this because it's not just me that's gonna be eating. It's gonna be my family too, so definitely want to get enough. I'm thinking of getting some ground chicken, but I'm not totally sure. Yeah, I might go ground turkey instead, actually. If I look at the coupon book, let's see. I believe the Butterball Farm to Family, so this is on sale, so I will grab this. This is a 93.7 lean, so that's pretty good. How much is in here? 40 ounces, so I'll grab 2 of these. Alright, so that sorts out the proteins, and now we move on to our carb sources. So now we're moving on to the carb sources, and we got some broccoli here. Some Eat Smart broccoli florets, already pre-cut, and this is what I love. I hate chopping my own broccoli, so this is actually a great way to go about it. And it's pretty cheap too, so $3.29 per bag. I'm gonna get 3 bags of this. Now this isn't a huge carb source, but actually it's okay because I am Korean, so we always do have rice at home, so rice will be the main source of carbohydrates, but this will be our main source of vegetables. I might think about getting some other vegetables as well, maybe some bell peppers. Bell peppers are pretty great in terms of their macronutrients, but maybe I'll skip that for another time. Alright, let's before I move on to the next clip, I did get my fat source here, so I got some eggs. These are on sale, so we got 48 eggs here, which will be plenty of eggs for us. Alright, now for the breakfast carb. This is honestly a staple in my diet whenever I'm in America. The Kodiak power cakes. So if you look at the nutrition, you got 2 grams of fat, 30 grams of carbs, and 14 grams of protein. So if you are the type of person that has a hard time getting their proteins, generally speaking, this is a pretty good way to go about getting them. I also picked up some protein blends, which is also a good way of getting some more protein content in your diet. So just in case I get sick of eating the broccoli, we got these frozen veggies and the protein blends to substitute it. Yeah. Alright, so I just put my cart away, and yep, here's all the groceries. Very simple stuff, not too complex. I could have gotten a little bit more variety in terms of the vegetable department, but actually broccoli is honestly pretty good. Lots of fiber, lots of protein, very little carbs in terms of the macro distribution, but yeah, I'm the type of person that can eat the same thing over and over again and I'm totally fine, so that's why I get stuff like this in bulk. But this was pretty clutch because it was $5 off actually, so I saved quite a bit of money on that. Anyway, let's get back home. Alright guys, so recording a voiceover once again, and I'm just showing you guys the workout for today. Today is upper body number 2, so started off with some barbell rows. Didn't go very heavy, tried to keep it pretty light, just to give my lower back a break, but barbell rows feel pretty good these days, so pretty happy with it. After the barbell rows, I did some pull-ups. Like I've always mentioned, I do like to swap between horizontal rows and vertical pulls for back training. And with the pull-ups, I'm just doing 5 sets of AMRAP. Managed to get 6 reps, this being the last set here. I do hope that I can just continuously get into the 10 rep and higher range in the future, but for now this will be fine. Next, I swapped over to the neighborhood gym just because I wanted to have some cable work in. So here's some cable low rows, and with this, like I said before, say it again, I do like to pull towards my stomach and really pin my elbows towards my side. And I find that this helps me activate my back a lot better than pulling a little bit higher to the chest. Next, we got some lat pull downs, and with the lat pull downs, this machine is a little bit wonky. The action, the travel of the actual cable, it's not very smooth. It doesn't have very smooth action, so it made it actually a little bit more difficult. So I had to go a little bit lighter just to get that nice full range of motion. This is the last set. Started failing around the 7th to 8th rep there, but in any case, it felt pretty good. Alright, now we're moving on to some pushing exercises. This is going to be the first pushing exercise of the day. Doing some heavy incline dumbbell bench pressing and keeping the incline at a 45-degree angle. You can use anywhere between 30 and 45 degrees really, and get great results, but I find personally, and from different studies, that the 45-degree angle is the best for targeting that upper chest, and one of the areas that I'm lacking in especially is the upper chest. So I do like to do a lot of incline pressing, but with this, pretty much don't want to go too heavy on this just because I got those shoulder injuries, but surprisingly today they felt pretty good. Next up, we got some decline bench press on the Smith. So a Smith decline press. I actually adjusted the camera and I shouldn't have done that. It was a pretty good spot. But anyway, what's done is done. So let's talk about this for a second. I know a lot of people give the Smith machine a lot of flack, but this exercise is actually a pretty darn good one. I do like to do decline pressing. I don't do it very often, but I do like to do it, and I think I want to start incorporating it a little bit more. My only issue with decline bench pressing is that with the already set decline presses, so the benches you might see at your gym, I think the decline is just way too extreme and it puts a lot of stress on the shoulders. So I do like to use this, the Smith, so that I can really put the decline at a place that I find is the best for it. But yeah, enough about that. Here I'm just doing some pec flies. You guys know what pec flies are. Not a very complicated movement, but I am doing a little bit of a higher rep range with the pec flies, because with this I like to treat it as sort of a small weight, big muscle builder in a sense. So I do like to increase my rep ranges on that. And lastly, to finish out the workout, I wanted to do some rear delts, and with this I'm grabbing supinated, actually, slightly supinated, not fully supinated, and this kind of simulates a W raise. I don't know if you guys know what a W raise is, but in any case, it does simulate sort of a W raise, and I find that I had the best mind-muscle connection and the best contractions for the rear delt fly in this position, so give it a try.